And then our presentation is up. Okay. All right. So this is the Cedar Discussion Series, Navigating the Climate Economy. My name is Pablo Torres, and I'm delighted to have Eric Hyman, Charlotte McKellar, and Glenn Anderson here today to talk about scaling up financing for clean energy, sustainable landscapes, and climate adaptation. We're so delighted to see so many of you online. My name is Pablo Torres again. Da 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 da. Okay. All right. So we've got Pablo up. I'm just going to double check in the live stream itself. There we go. I just saw it switch. I really got to get my double screen set up. Sorry, I'm not in my room where I usually have it today. Well, Rachel, if you want to order one, we can definitely do it. And then we can order a nice one for you and have it maybe sent to your house. And then when we start, if we ever start working back at the office, you could just bring it with you. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know how much smaller it is, but Kirby did order and get a portable one. I don't know what he thinks of it, but if you want to ask him and if that seems of something of interest, that's fine with me too. Yeah. Well, good for you. Are you doing some apartment hunting? House hunting. Wow.
What's that?
Oh, that's terrific. Where are you looking? Where you buy a house? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I know how that goes. Yes. I can definitely appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, from Reston. Well, and that, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. I had a couple friends who lived up in Reston. Is that thoroughfare there to kind of get south can get pretty cloggy, but like you said, that just ratio of affordability and distance to work is is always a scenario. I did the same thing out of Fairfax, which is I feel like kind of equidistant from Reston. It's just coming at it completely west. Yeah. So, and yeah, and I've never taken the Silver Line. So when I used to commute from Fairfax, I took the Orange Line, and Boston's right on the Orange Line, which I think the Silver Line is too. And it really took me only about 20 minutes once I got there. It was just the traffic to get to my particular station was a little ominous. Oh wow! When you were at Exchange. Oh, that is, yeah. And I love Loudoun County for the living, but it's kind of like, frankly, it's kind of like where I live now is that the commute is hellish. You've really got to choose it. Uh, Okay. Okay. I'm just putting in some live chat prompts for them. All right. I'm doing my darndest just to double check one more time that I sent them the right darn instructions. Yeah. And I'm also just checking which is FTJUBXR. FTJUBXR. Okay, there's Leah. Hello, Leah and Alexa.
Hi, Meredith. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you. We had a successful dry run today of the SL
terrific.
portion of this. But yeah, so Eric will be joining us as well as Pablo. And
terrific. I'm glad that they could both join today.
Yeah, and I saw your email responding to some of Eric's concerns, so hopefully we can just ease his mind. Before I forget, Meredith, can you please give me your cell phone number so I can add it to our phone tree?
Yep, it's 703 200 7707.
That's easy to remember. Okay.
It does
great.
Telemarketing.
Okay. I'll add that. I'm going to send out a new phone tree. For some reason, my iPhone's not letting me add new numbers, so I'll just build a new phone tree with yours and Eric's numbers and send those out. And I see that Rachel is also online.
Yes, this is my colleague Rachel. Yep, she is. She has been helping with some other events, like I said, for the Office of Education. And like I said, just in terms of when we run these live streams, we like to divide the responsibilities to cut down on some of the bandwidth going through one computer. So
that totally makes sense. That's Eric's primary concern right now, actually. And I saw you sent a link out to maybe how this is going to look, Meredith. I haven't had a chance to click on it yet.
No worries. Well, and I have to do just a few small instructions. They're not a big deal for you all. It's just that we need to make sure that when you all open the live stream that it's on mute. Otherwise, it's going to round trip the sound from your Google Meet to the live stream, from the Google Meet to the live stream, and cause that terrible echo and screech.
Right. No, that's Yeah, I expect that. So I probably won't look at the live stream at all, and we'll try to limit the number of folks on Google Meet who actually are looking at it. But that's one thing I hope to hammer out in this is how are Pablo and Alexa going to ferry the questions to the right people. It did sound like both Eric and Glenn wanted to look at it, see how it's developing, and probably pop in there and answer some questions directly. So just be prepared for that.
Okay, I will be prepared for that as long as they're okay to, toggle between the two, no problem. And we just have to make sure they're logged in to be able to respond to comments.
Right. Okay. The other question Eric had, and it's one I didn't know how to answer, was how is our audience going to know which, is the Google Meet going to automatically channel them to the link that they click? Is it going to take them to the right place? I just didn't know how it was going to work.
Yeah, so actually, I'm going to update the invitation, which will take off the Google Meet, and they will no longer be able to access that. So it's the video conferencing line they will get is only the YouTube link. So they'll go directly there.
And will there be instructions for, not everyone I think is going to be familiar with that platform, right? Will there be instructions for how to chat on it and stuff?
There will be. So I will put those in the invite. And also when you all load up a copy of the live stream, and I'm going to put the link in the bottom here, you'll see I've already been at work as the Climate Links monikers telling folks what to do. So to provide comments and questions, you'll need to log in via Gmail. If you don't have an account, no big deal. It's easy to sign up if you would like just to listen, things like that. So we'll repeat the instructions a few times. Rachel is also going to display a placeholder slide before we get started so that when folks first log on, even though the live stream might not be going quite yet, if we're still prepping, that they know they're in the right place. So it will be that first slide in your presentation to let them know that they're in they're in the right webinar.
Okay, great. I have a couple more questions, but I see Pablo has joined us. So hi, Pablo.
Hi.
Welcome, Pablo.
I think we'll just wait a couple more seconds for Eric. I guess my question was, do we want this to run as close to how it will work tomorrow? Like, do you want me to go ahead, open up Google Meet and run the presentation?
Yes, please. That would be great.
All right. So for that, will I use the Google? Should I just use what we have right now?
That's right. Yeah, just like in our dry runs, Leah, we are not going to change anything about how we did the Google Meet. Like you said, you'll present. We are going to stay in the Google Meet platform so that the live stream is really only for participants and again, for us to watch comments. So yeah, everything you do is in Google Meet.
Okay. Hi, Eric. How are you? So Eric Hyman has joined us, and we have Meredith and Rachel.
Hello. Nice to have you online again.
Okay, and so Meredith was explaining a little bit how it's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and share. Actually, Alexa is working on the presentation right now, but it doesn't.
And actually, Leah, just before you do that, to show you all a little bit of what the live stream is going to look like and to get you all connected, I'm actually going to share my screen so that I can walk you through how you can set up both systems so that you can see them at once. Okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was
Meredith,
distracted.
I see you put it.
You just put it down?
What?
Can I, sorry, Alexa, did you say you put it down?
No, I was commenting on the comment that Meredith put in the chat box, but I can put it down.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's long. We can show any present. I'll show you I am working on a presentation right now. It's just not the one for tomorrow. So let me just do that.
Okay. Great. Well, and Pablo and Eric, it's really nice to have you with us. Like I was sharing with Leah and Alexa, so Rachel Roth is a colleague of mine at TRG. She has been helping to run some of the live streamed sessions for the Office of Education. And when we do this kind of process, especially given how much data is sort of going through each of our computers and networks, we just have two people, which helps us to share the load. It also helps us to have a backup plan in case something goes down, so that both of us have, access to what's running. So that's my colleague Rachel is going to be supporting us today and on Thursday.
Yeah, thanks very much. And of course, we appreciate Seek hosting these webinars for us.
You're most welcome. Well, and you guys, how wonderful that you have so many folks who want to join. What a boon.
Well, I think that has partly to do with the subject matter, and also because Seek sent it out on their mailing list too. So we had an additional 6,000 invitations go out.
Hey, Eric, just so you know, you're muted. You're going to unmute yourself if you're trying to talk.
We're not very good at lip reading.
Still on mute.
And Eric, just want to, yep, great. Thank you for confirming, Alexa, because I also do want to just confirm that Eric can see, because I am going to share my screen to give you all just a quick tutorial on how to open everything up and just do it in a way that's not going to cause an issue. So
You want me to stop sharing?
We can wait on the sharing for just a moment. And Eric, I just want to confirm that you can see and hear us.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Terrific. Brilliant. There you are. Nice to see you. And I am not on video right now because it will cause like sort of an eerie round trip thing for you all. So I'm just going to walk you through the steps, and you will also see that in the chat box, there will be the steps that I'm going to describe there and the links, so that you all will be able to do this in just a moment. You're going to see me share my whole screen so you can see what's happening. And again, sort of the steps that you're going to take to be able to present in Google Meet. And then if you want to be able to view the comments as they're coming in, how you're going to be able to see those as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to share my entire screen right now. You may see yourself. Come back. All right. Great. So on my screen, you are going to see that we now have, you'll see that there's a Google Meet that's actually happening on the left. That's the meeting that we're in now. And on the right-hand side is where you're going to be able to access and how you're going to set up YouTube. And so in the chat box, there is a link to the live stream site. And so what you're going to do is, in another browser tab like the one I have now, you're going to click New Tab. The most important thing you're going to want to do is right-click and click Mute Site. This will help to make sure that when you log on here, that the sound you're hearing only comes from Google Meets and not from the live stream. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your computer is going to be hearing you and the live stream, and it's going to send it back around through the audio. And so that's what creates that screechy sound or the echo or the multiple voices. So you want to click Mute Site, and then you're just going to want to...
On what browser or where did you find that? I'm on Google Chrome.
Yep, no worries. And so actually, Pablo, I put the link in the chat box in Google Meet, so you'll be able to access that in a second.
Okay, now I'm using an iPad that doesn't make it, it's not a new one. It doesn't make it easy to show two different tabs at the same time.
Right. So, and I know that you are on a tablet, Eric. So you essentially, what we'll want to do with you in the morning is make sure that you have two browser tabs open, and we'll want to make sure that this works for you. You are going to have to toggle between the two.
Okay. Now, another alternative is I can use a laptop for the YouTube portion.
Yep, that would probably make your life a bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, and then so once you put the link in the web browser, and again, none of this is difficult, but just because we have to manage both processes, what you're going to see pop up, we are actually live streaming right now. So the reason why you see my screen is because that's what's being shared.
Can you repeat that link so I can follow as I go along? Oh, I don't see it because I hadn't joined yet when you shared it, I think.
No worries. I just sent it again, Pablo.
Okay.
Hey Meredith, I have a quick
And again,
question.
none of this is difficult, but just because we have to manage both processes, what you're going to see pop up, we are actually live streaming right now. So the reason why you see my screen is because that's what's being shared.
Can you repeat that link so I can follow as I go along? Oh, Oop.
Pablo, I think you need to mute your YouTube.
Okay, I
It's
just closed.
coming through the, okay. That was really confusing.
Yep,
I
so
thought
that-
you were going back in time there. Right.
Yep.
So I had a question. I opened a new tab, so I got it up and it's working fine, but I muted the tab as soon as I opened it. And then when I went to the YouTube, it like unmuted. It didn't seem to have worked preemptively, so I had to mute the whole site again. So
Again.
just
Okay.
flagging that might happen for people. It seems like that happened to Pablo.
Yep. It may turn it on and off. You're absolutely right. And you can always click mute on the bottom of the video too, if for some reason it doesn't work. Fortunately for all of us, since we'll be logging on early, we can test all of that, and users won't be in both meetings. So hopefully if we manage it at, before we start at 8:15, 8:30, all of that will already be settled. So if we get the noise, it will only happen for us. Alexa and Pablo, because of what Rachel said, and Eric, this goes for you too, especially if you're looking between the two. Like Rachel was saying, there is a delay, so it's not an issue. That's just the streaming is obviously it's coming from our recording of Google Meets, and because you all are speaking on Google Meets, it's important to keep that audio enabled. You can of course mute and unmute, but you don't want to have the audio on at all on YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
So then as the session is going, and actually we've been trying a couple of different settings here is that we do have, obviously we've got the ability for folks to live chat. So the preferred way that YouTube has folks chat is what's called a signed in chat. This is where you have a Gmail address, and it sort of prevents people from, who are not really part of the meeting, from leaving comments, etc. But it does require that folks sign in. So for today, you'll see the I'm Climate links right here. And you all, as soon as you come to the live stream site, can populate it with comments. Right now, we do have a feature which I was testing for the add public comment as well, just to see how that works. Like I said, one of the reasons why we typically disable that, or why it's not enabled in most of them, is because it runs a lot slower, and also because of that security concern. And so most of the time, what you will see just is that. Is the top chat that ends up on the side. So,
But the participants will not need a Gmail login.
They will, Eric. So for all USAID staff, the USAID accounts work. So one of the things we do when we run this service is we do warn people ahead of time that if they'd like to comment and add questions, we just ask that they have their Gmail account ready. And if they don't have one, we provide the information to sign up free. It usually takes just a few minutes.
Could you send that out to all of the people that are registered in advance of the webinar?
Yes. So when we update the invitation today with the live streaming information, that will be the text that goes in there as well.
Great.
Great.
So just
please go ahead.
Related to that, I didn't have a YouTube channel, I guess. So I just went to this URL, and it was really easy for me to just go in through my Gmail. It just wanted me to confirm. So I think most people will probably already be signed into Google in some capacity, whether it's their work email or their personal. So it seems like it'll just be an easy click through, hopefully. for most.
Eric, can you test putting a YouTube comment? Because like I said, I hope we can try to answer some questions in the chat as we go along, so we don't end up the session with 36 of them and then have to.
Yeah, it'll take a few minutes because I have to open up that laptop to do that. Hold on, but I'll get it.
Make sure that's working.
Yep.
So Alexa, let's see. Will you be? Well, no, I mean, I can do it too. I mean, monitoring the comments for questions, really. Well, I'm okay
Yeah.
doing
You'll probably be doing a lot of responding too. So I'm happy to keep an eye on this YouTube channel and just collect questions as they come in and insert them into the live Q&A doc. I can also maybe note when a question's been answered in the chat, because I'm sure you'll be talking to people as they come in.
Yeah, I need to monitor the questions very carefully because it's my job to. So I will be looking at them, possibly answering some, and
Yeah.
putting some of the ones I maybe want to keep, or if there's too many, just start putting them on the Google Doc. But you can.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll just put everything on the Google Doc and then from there curate. That'll make it easier than scrolling through a lot of comments.
Okay, so I've got my laptop open. What is the URL for the YouTube?
Sure.
So in the Zoom chat, sorry, not in the Google Meet chat, there's a link to it. You can click on it. Oh wait, no, because you got a separate computer. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Eric, do you want me to send it to you via email, or I can just read it out? Actually, I can make
just
it bigger.
read it out.
Yep. It's HTTPS
Okay,
://
not forward slash.
I'm sorry, / I said backslash / youtu.be
Mm-hmm.
/ capital Z lowercase m lowercase l
Okay,
capital RB.
capital RB.
Yep, capital R, capital B,
Okay.
lowercase a, hyphen, lowercase c, uppercase e, lowercase t, lowercase l.
G as in girl.
Nope, c, uppercase e as in everyone,
Yeah,
lowercase t,
T.
yep, and then lowercase l.
L. Okay. And will this be the same one we'll use tomorrow?
It will be different because today we're running this link, so it will change tomorrow, and I will send that to you. I will send that to you after today's meeting. Unfortunately, you can only run a stream once.
Okay, I just got the site can't be reached. https:// youtube.com or just
well,
YouTube?
No, and it's even spelled a little bit different. So it's youtu.be.
Oh, that's what I did wrong.
Yep, no worries. And I've also got it up on the screen in Google Meet if you want to see the chat, if that's easier to view it.
Okay.
A little bit bigger.
I've got video unavailable.
I'll also send it to you via the email just in case.
All right, that may be better.
Yep. Okay. All right. So just to acknowledge, so Pablo, Alexa, Leah, thank you for testing the comments. So it looks like obviously everybody's comments are coming in. Obviously with a number of folks coming in, I know Alexa and Pablo, you all have a big task in front of you, probably managing the comments. And it sounds like you all are all set with your process in terms of you've got the document ready. And Pablo, you said you're going to be monitoring the chat, trying to respond to some things in real time, and that you all will be transferring. It sounds like Alexa, you'll be transferring all of the questions no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so you can see it, Leah, if now is a good time for you, what I can do is take down my presentation of what's happening on the live stream since you all are on it. And if you want to share the presentation, you all can get a view for what it will look like.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay. I know Eric's still trying to log in, so I'll take it slow.
Okay, and everyone realize this is not the right presentation.
I did put down the other one though, if you wanted to use that.
Oh, don't worry about it. Let's just, since this is just a demo. By the way, guys, I'm gonna need to hop off at 1:30.
Will look like.
So
Sure, we
this
can do
gives
that.
you an idea.
I know Eric's still trying to log in, so.
Okay. I'm in.
Terrific.
So will you email it to me again tomorrow, the new one?
Yes, and in fact, I'll do it today.
Okay.
Okay, does everyone see the slide on mangrove clearing?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and then I asked me to sign in to chat, and then it said, we are sorry, but you don't have access to YouTube because I'm signed in under my USAID email address. So they've apparently, USAID has blocked that.
So you're unable to log in through USAID address? Sorry, we did this a couple weeks ago and it was looking for USAID addresses. Okay.
I mean, there are Gmail addresses, but they've apparently blocked that feature. They block a lot of things.
Yep, I do know that happens sometimes. So Eric, I'm curious if you could also try for me. So underneath the video, you'll see there's a section for public comment. Is that something you can access?
I'll try.
Right.
No, I don't see anything for public comment. I just saw that the say something, which is where I would try to put it in before.
Mm-hmm.
And then it said you need to sign in, and then it wouldn't let me sign in.
And then it wouldn't let you sign.
Okay.
I don't have public comment either.
Okay.
I can change and use a different Gmail address.
Okay. Then that would be okay.
It sounds like Meredith will have to include that if you have a USAID email address, you will still have to create a Gmail address.
Yep.
Give people that heads up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I will. And my apologies. They keep switching the rules on us. So some weeks things works and some weeks they don't. So I'm glad we test.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lexa, thank you for confirming. So the public comment must be because of my user level access. So I will not, obviously that's not showing up on the screen. So thank you for confirming.
Meredith, are you able to get it to show?
No, it looks like it's a feature because I'm I am climate links.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, they used to have this open to everybody, and now because of all the spamming and trolling, they have cut off some of the features.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Julia,
Yeah.
Comment about the presentation. Do you know if the presentation you're working on is in widescreen or a different format? Because we're getting some stuff cut off on the right, and I think it might be because of the size of the slide.
Are you talking about the one that's up on the screen now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's getting cut off on the right, and I think maybe it's the screen size.
Okay, well, we won't, I don't know. That's it doesn't look like it, but we can figure it out. I'm seeing black bars on it, but since this isn't until next month, we won't worry about that. I can stop sharing.
Yeah,
and
I
see if
just
I
want to
can dig
make
up the other
sure.
presentation.
Yep. And Alexa,
Yeah, I just want to make sure it won't happen.
yep.
Sure.
And Alexa and Leah, sometimes that does happen if you're sharing the presentation from your second screen. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes that's the case. So if you have a second screen plugged in, so we can definitely look at the real presentation tomorrow, just to confirm, because I have an older copy of it here. Let me pull up.
Well, hang on just a second. I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Okay, so I've logged into a different Gmail address, and then now I tried to enter it, and I have to create a YouTube channel as well. So let people know they're going to need to do all of that.
Let me see if I can disable that. It shouldn't be asking for all that.
Yeah, I just had to do that too. I mean, it was just, I clicked confirm and it was automatic, but it just wanted me to create an account, I guess, with YouTube.
Yeah, the way that they're going about protection and security is a little backwards on some of their thinking for this.
But they all want to monitor all of our activities on the web.
That's right.
Mm.
And Eric,
Hey, guys.
oops, sorry, go ahead, Leah. Thank you.
Yeah, just see if that widescreen issue is still there.
Okay. It looks good on the Google Meet, and we're just waiting for the live stream to catch up.
Yeah, I think we'll have to
Yeah.
look at I hadn't even really looked at the format for the other one because we're not doing it for another couple weeks, but thanks for the heads up on it. This one looks like we're okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, great.
You know, it is cutting out a little bit on the left. You guys on the YouTube? Oh, okay. All right.
Did you get my test message?
Yes,
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, good. Who is behind Climate Link's YouTube account?
yep, Pablo, this is Meredith.
Okay. Do we want it to say that, or because since in my introduction I mentioned the Seek project, but I don't think at any point in time we mentioned Climate Links. Of course, that's where the invitation was from. But should it say a different account?
Unfortunately, because we're streaming through this account, somebody has to be logged into it. So it's going to show up as the primary no matter what. If you would like, right at the beginning, I can type in a message that says, Climate Links is part of the Seek project, and today is the CEDAR discussion series. We'll also have a placeholder of the first slide in the presentation up and ready. Rachel's going to display that until we're ready to actually start streaming, so folks know that they're in the right place.
Is there any way that you can hide your autoplay of your next YouTube videos coming up?
An autoplay?
No, it's showing what all YouTube videos are going to, or is it mine?
Here's a little thing you can do, Eric. You see where you have the chat, there's a little dot on the top right. You can click on that and there's an option that says pop out chat.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yes, thanks.
You can pop that out and then you can close the window that has the YouTube video, because you don't need that. You have the video through Google Meet.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Look, you just then you have one window on the left for Google Meet and then one window on the right for comments
Yes.
through YouTube.
A good way to be able to see it. And then if you want to, under that same menu that Pablo was pointing towards, and thank you for pointing it out, Pablo, the other thing you can look at if you just want to quickly see is participants. This will give you a quick list of folks who are logged on, just out of interest. So that is available too. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And Lee, I know you have to go. So let me see. Do you have any questions before you have to depart?
No, and in fact, I'm probably not going to be on YouTube at all tomorrow, so I can keep focused just on the slides and keeping things moving.
Great.
But I really appreciate the tutorial on it and figuring it out. I think this is a way to do it. I wish there wasn't the USAID email block, because I feel like we're asking people to jump through a couple of hoops, but
Yeah.
that's the price of being popular, I suppose.
Yep. Yep.
Is there, for the comments, is there a way to tag people? So if a person asks something, then I can do @person name. Doesn't seem to be working to answer the question.
If you put the @ symbol and their name, start typing their name, like
Okay.
it will
Okay.
flag it.
Thanks, guys. I look forward to getting a message from you this afternoon, Meredith, and seeing everyone tomorrow morning.
Great, thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, Leah. Okay, all right.
Bye.
So that's the feature to use when responding to questions. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me see what other questions that you all have. And again, thanks for your accommodation. I know that it's, obviously with the number of folks, none of us expected quite this number. So, but it's great. And I really appreciate your flexibility for trying something new.
What's our updated number?
Our updated number, let me grab it real quick. As of yesterday, we were at 329. I'm just clicking.
Eric, while we wait, after this, can you and I talk 15 minutes or so to go over the questions? Okay,
Sure.
thanks.
Yep. So far, we're holding steady at 328 folks who registered. 142 people have said yes to the actual calendar invitation. And then most of the others are just awaiting, which is not a surprise. A lot of folks, kind of have it on their calendars, but don't always say yes. So
Let's see. As we get to the top of the hour and a half, do I have a hard cutoff? Or, I'm not saying we're going to go 15 more minutes, but there isn't any kind of automated channel that's going to sort of cut off like sometimes conferencing numbers do. Right?
yeah, no, Pablo, no, I promise. So the meeting has, while the meeting has a scheduled time, it does not have a set time. The same thing for the stream. Both of them are open till we close them.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think we'll probably have about 20 minutes or so for questions. And I'll wrap it up at, 10:30 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay.
I don't have any more questions. Just, obviously getting on early tomorrow at 8:30 to test that everything's up and running and working fine.
Yep. Eric, any additional questions for you or Alexa?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing from me. Thank you, Meredith.
Okay. You're most welcome. And like I said,
Do we have the links for tomorrow morning for Meet and YouTube?
yes, Pablo, I am going to update the invitation and I will send those to you all as well in your invitation for tomorrow too.
Okay, great.
I just wanted to make sure wanted to make sure this went well today before I sent out everything to the participants. So.
Okay, thanks very